Okay. Before you claim that I am just a filthy camping killer main, which I definitely am by the way, let me show you a couple things. First one is right here. This is Midwich and this Rebecca is me. I'm being put on a hook by a pyramid head, and then the pyramid head goes down on the first floor and stands right below me. All it takes for me to unhook myself with the new anti-camping system is 25 seconds, which I've just simply sped up. Why does that happen? Does the pyramid head camp me here? I'm not so sure. Another clip is right here. It's a bit more obvious of a camp, but that's still a huge nerf to a specific new killer. This is Alien, and the alien has put me on hook and went into the tunnel, and is sitting in that tunnel near me. And as you can see, I can unhook myself just fine. Now obviously, yeah, Alien is camping me right here, but as we all know, Alien has an anti-camping mechanic in his kit, and I'm not sure that this should work like it does here. But what is even weirder are the following things, where we used Hack with the add-on called Mintrag that allows Hack to teleport to any of her traps on command. We tried that on Midwich, on RPD and on Gideon Midplant, and the idea was to put someone in the basement and teleport above them as far as possible. In all of the cases, the survivor in the basement was able to unhook themselves. In case of Midwich, where the distance was a bit smaller than on Gideon or RPD, it was possible to do during the first hook stage. On other maps, it was possible to do on the second hook stage. Now, the last thing I want to show you is just a pyramid head on Midwich camping someone in the face from a distance slightly longer than 10 meters. Why is this important? Because from this distance, the game decides that it's a huge enough distance for the person on the hook to not be able to unhook themselves with the new system during the first hook stage. So basically, when the pyramid head was on the first floor, the game decided that this is more of a camping situation compared to the situation when the pyramid head was right next to the hook. What's even funnier, if the pyramid head went to the 15-meter radius distance, the person on the hook wouldn't be able to unhook themselves at all, compared to the situation on the first floor. And this is what the title of the video is about. The current version of the anti-camping system, what we've got on the PTB, is deeply flawed. The issue I've just shown you is not the only one. The other one, for example, is the fact that the system has no buffer for the killer that doesn't want to camp to actually move away from the hook. It doesn't exist. The meter starts filling up almost instantly when the killer leaves. In fact, it starts filling the moment the animation ends for the killer, for the survivor even. And this is wrong. This is deeply wrong. And what's wrong, what's even worse, what I really despise about the system is it doesn't actually prevent you from camping. A pyramid head with two range add-ons can still camp a survivor on the hook. A plague, a trickster, a slinger, a huntress will still be able to camp a hook easily. Even a Baba, despite the change made to his base kit, will be able to do that. Almost any insta-down killer like Ghostface, for example, will be able to camp a hook, because the idea of camping a hook there is drastically different from the simple standing right in the face of the survivor. It's a bit more sophisticated. My issue here is not that Dead by Daylight does not need anti-camping system. In fact, we do need this system. Camping has become an extremely problematic thing in the game. Right now I'm doing a trickster win streak, I've done 9 wins in a row in my first stream, and one simple thing I've done in all of my games was camp a hook. But the issue I have with the way the anti-camping system works on the PTP is it simply works against a pig. It works against the trapper, against a killer that actually has to stand in the face of the survivor. This is not the problem. Remember that we now don't have hook grabs. These killers already don't have any good enough capacity to camp hooks. They cannot defend them. But a trickster actually can. And a trickster still will be able to do that. Why? Because this is ranged killer. They can stand in a 15-meter radius around the hook, which is, by the way, the radius for the system to work, and camp it. This will still be a face camp situation. A harsh, incredibly complex for the survivors to resolve face camp situation. It will be even worse when we are talking about Plague, Huntress, Nurse, Blight, Wesker. We can go on and on and on and find more and more killers that are extremely problematic when you work with a system like this. And that don't actually need to stand in the face of the survivor and camp them normally. And that still will be problematic camping. But the system only works against stupid simple face camping. Something that only Pig, Trapper and killers like this do. It doesn't solve the issue. It is way too simple in execution, and yet still somehow it's flawed. The distancing in the height department doesn't work properly. There is no buffer for the system to work, so it can be abused. If a survivor falls near a hot gen, this is now not a good situation for the killer, it's a bad one. The hook near the gen cannot be used properly. It's now a dangerous situation. This unhooking will be enforceable, and this is not good. And on the other side, it will not help you in the situation where a Baba decides to camp you in the basement. The Baba will just stand outside the basement, near the entrance to the shack, and this will still work in his favor. This is the issue I have with the new system, and I really wish that more people see this issue. Because if this goes on live servers, say 1 week goes by, 2 weeks, you will still see camping Babas, you will still see camping Plagues, Tricksters, Huntresses. Nothing of this sort will go away. But it will only nerf Pig. This is a short video for me, but it is an important one. I hope that you understand where I'm coming from, and if you do, please share the video with your friends and maybe some other people. That said, my name is Hydro, and thank you for the view. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.